Hello from Flower and Garden Festival. We're eating and drinking all the things again and telling you which are our favorites and which ones we like the least. Let's go. The 2023 Epcot Flower and Garden Festival takes place from March 1st all the way to July 5th, so there's lots of time to enjoy it. As the name would indicate, it focuses on special exhibits, food, and entertainment related to gardening. There is no special admission required, just your normal park ticket will work. We will be going through all of the booths and food items to highlight some of our best and the worst of the festival, but there are lots of other things to do as well, so I wanted to highlight those before we get into the food. First of all, there are topiaries everywhere, and this year that includes Encanto topiaries at the entrance and lots of topiaries throughout the park. Most of them are returning from previous years, so if you've been before, they will look familiar, although we think they're even prettier, more lush, more colorful, more vibrant this year. We do have a checklist and a map if you would like to try to find them all during your visit. There are also gardens and exhibits. They are located all over, including the floating gardens in the water surrounded by thousands of blooms along the water's edge, various gardens throughout the countries of the World Showcase, and the Butterfly House. As always, there are scavenger hunts. They love to include these at the festivals. There is one called Spike's Pollination Exploration, which you can buy for $9.99 and look for Spike the Bee in various locations and redeem it for a prize. And then starting March 13th, another one that is Easter themed, and it's very similar in that you can buy it for $9.99 and look for Disney characters on oversized eggs around the World Showcase and redeem that one for a prize. There are, of course, always opportunities to shop, and this year that includes collections for Orange Bird, Snow White, Figment, and a collection that is exclusive to annual pass holders. It's all very, very cute and hard to pass up. Some items are also available on Shop Disney website if you would like to look for it there. There are PhotoPass picks available during the festival, and that includes exclusive PhotoPass shots that are just for Flower and Garden. You will also find magic shot options, so be sure to ask the PhotoPass photographers for magic shots so that they can make sure to take those when you stop to talk to them. There are Garden Rocks concert series performances. They are performed daily, and it's a combination of local bands and more well-known headliners. There are 3 showtimes every evening. Dining packages are usually available for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday performances. You can book a dining package to guarantee seating, but if you want to just do the standby line, we recommend arriving about 30 minutes before showtimes to line up. And Spaceship Earth. Every festival has a new Spaceship Earth show that goes intermittently throughout the evenings, and this year that is themed after Encanto. And now on to the food and drinks. So our team ate and drank everything, which is around 150 items. We don't have time to go through every single item, but I do want to take time to highlight some of the best and a few of the worst items. I am personally especially a fan of booths where you can get multiple good items at a time, because sometimes the lines can get long, and so it's nice when you can get a couple things at once. And so I'm going to especially focus on the booths that will allow you to do that. Let's start with the best foods of Flower and Garden Festival in 2023. Unfortunately, there are a lot of them. That's why this festival is probably our favorite overall. Let's start with the Farmer's Feast booth, which is located in the vicinity of Test Track. This booth has a rotating menu, so it will have a few different options throughout the festival. Each menu usually is a favorite of ours because we do end up returning to try them. We especially enjoyed the 2 savory items that are currently offered at the beginning of the festival, that are the ribeye and the potato leek soup. There is also a fantastic hibiscus lemonade cocktail. We'll be back to try the next menu when it comes out. Nearby, there is Brunch Cot, which is also located near Test Track. Any of the food items here are also delicious, plus the cold brew drink was also a top pick of our group. Citrus Blossom is located inside the Odyssey building. It is a popular spot because they sell an Orange Bird sipper, but it also has great items to eat and drink. We especially love the shrimp tempura, which was crispy but had a really nice sauce with it, the lemon meringue, and we would gladly order the full-size UFO Citrus Hazy Wheat Beer. When we're doing the tastings, we will get the flight if it's available, but I want to go back and get the full-size version of that beer. Over in Mexico, the Jardín de Fiestas booth is good and bad, but we're going to focus on the good here, which is the food items, which are tasty, not too expensive, and a good portion, as well as the craft Mexican lager beer. Northern Bloom is located near Canada, and we loved all of the beers and the cake. Last year, we also loved the savory items, but they weren't the same this year. We're hoping that it was just a bad day that we were there to taste it, and maybe they will get better during the festival. Also located near Canada is Trowel and Trellis. You really cannot go wrong here, and as a bonus, they have vegetarian options made with impossible meat, which has great portions, great flavors, and we are going to return to this booth over and over again. Back in France is the Fleur de Lis food booth, which is popular for a reason. In fact, we often rope drop it and try to be one of the first people there due to the lines. It is really hard to go wrong here, but we especially love the savory food options, the beer, as well as the La Vie en Rose drink. La Isla Fresca is located next to Morocco. In my notes have everything in all caps. This is one that we look forward to every year, and it did not disappoint in 2023. We especially love the Islamadora Coconut Key Lime Ale, which we look forward to. They also have a breakfast menu available at this booth until 10:30. Tangerine Cafe, also in Morocco, is another overall fantastic booth, especially the food and ciders. As an extra perk, this one has some limited indoor seating as well as some outdoor covered seating, which most of the booths do not. Moving on to the American Adventure is Magnolia Terrace. There are several options available to buy here, but we really like the panini, the bread pudding, and the beer flight options. And then moving to Germany is the Bauern Market booth. It is good overall for both savory and sweet foods. There's only one exception at this booth, and it is a drink that deserves a special mention on the worst list, which we will get to next. And now for the worst of the festival in 2023, let's talk about that Bauern Market one, which was just on the best list, and it is overall a pretty good booth. But the one thing that we want you to avoid here is a wine that I believe is pronounced something like Apfelschamwein, and it is something we dread having to sample again every year because it is like poison on your tongue. So when you go to this booth, feel free to get anything, but avoid the one item served in the tall glass, the one wine that they have on the menu, because it is one of the worst things available in all of Flower and Garden Festival. Let's also talk about Refreshment Port, which is located near Canada. We just don't really love much here other than the traditional poutine, but we wanted to give a special shout out to the shrimp scampi poutine for being extra bad. Please avoid that. Lotus House, which is in China. We want to love this every year, but overall generally dislike it every single time we try. The flavors and prices definitely not worth it. And finally, our worst overall booth of the entire festival is the Primavera Kitchen booth that is located in Italy. It is not only the worst, but it is the most expensive. The drinks on the menu are not specified. They will say things like Moscato or Prosecco, so you never know what brand you're going to get, and they don't generally taste good. Everything is so overpriced. We highly recommend saving your time, money, and appetite for one of the booths that is on the good list because there are so many available this year. So I think that about sums up this year's Flower and Garden Festival. For checklists and maps and full reviews and pictures, please be sure to check out the website to help you plan for your upcoming visit. Thanks for watching.